So we're looking at the trigonometric ratios 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. So if you have a square where you put a diagonal to it, here is right angle, right angle, right angle, right angle. So it means that this angle is 45 degrees while this is 90 degrees. So this is of the ratio 1, 1, 1, 1. So what's sine 45 degrees? Sine 45 degrees. We follow SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tan is opposite over adjacent. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Sine 45 degrees is, this is the opposite over hypotenuse. Meanwhile, the diagonal is root 2. So 1 over root 2. Now, what about cos 45 degrees? Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse, which is also 1 over root 2. Tan 45 degrees. Tan is opposite over adjacent, which is opposite over adjacent. 1 over 1, which is 1. So that's how it goes. Very simple. Let's come to this side. Now, if you have a triangle, an equilateral triangle, here is 60 degrees, here is 60 degrees, here is 60 degrees. So you divide this by 2, meaning here will be 30 degrees and here will be 30 degrees. So you have 90 degrees here. So applying SOHCAHTOA, let me write it here very close to the camera. So for us to get the ratios, here is 2, 2. Of course, you know here will be 2. Equally divided, you have 1, 1. So sine 60 degrees is gonna be opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite this is this side. Here is root 3. 1, 2, root 3. That's what you need to note. 1, 2, root 3. So sine 60 is opposite over sine 60 opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. So which is root 3 over 2. Now what about tan 60? Tan is opposite over adjacent, which is opposite over adjacent, root 3 over 1. What about cos? Cos 60 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 1 over 2. So let's look at 30 degrees. Now looking at 30 degrees, this is the adjacent now. So sine 30 degrees will be what? Opposite over hypotenuse, 1 over 2. Cos 30 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is root 3 over 2. Now tan 30 degrees, tan 30 degrees will be opposite over adjacent, which is opposite over adjacent, 1 over root 3. So that's how it goes, very simple. This is the trigonometric ratio. Sine 30 degrees cos tan, sine 60 tan 60 cos 60, sine 45 cos 45 tan 45. So very simple. In the next video, I'll show you how to do calculations. Meanwhile, I could easily just show you this. If you have 45 degrees and you have that this side is 12. Let's say you're looking for this side x. So you know that sine 45 degrees is opposite over hypotenuse, but we don't know this side. We're looking for this side, adjacent and opposite, which is tan. So you use tan. Tan 45 degrees is opposite over tan 45 degrees opposite over adjacent, 12 over x. Of course, you need to cross multiply. This is x tan 45 degrees. So x will be equal to 12 over tan 45 degrees. And what is tan 45? Tan 45 is 1. So 12 over 1. So x is 12. So math is beautiful. Peace.